Welcome to The Midnight Burn. The Midnight Burn is the #1 uncensored crime mystery channel in the South. Not afraid to state the obvious, no matter who you are, no politically correct here, just right and wrong, good versus evil. I do not care who you are, who your parents are, what your job title is, or social status. This channel is 100% raw and unfiltered every time. I'm thinking about doing a live call and show to discuss various topics and cases. I think it'd be interesting. Let me know if you'd like to see something like that. But until then, let's get to the story that's another bizarre mystery in the good old dirty South. Now, let's dive in. Picture this. 5 elderly neighbors brutally murdered within 2 years, all living within 1 mile of each other in Columbus, Mississippi. Yet somehow, law enforcement refused to call it what it obviously was. A serial killer. Chapter 1. The Beginning. July 1996. Mac Fowler, 78, a retired farmer, was found stabbed and strangled in his kitchen. No forced entry, nothing stolen. Just an elderly man murdered in his own home by someone he trusted enough to let inside. 16 months later, George Wilbanks, 75, was found dead. Same method, stabbed and strangled, same pattern. No forced entry, nothing missing. 2 elderly neighbors, identical murders, but investigators called it coincidence. Chapter 2. The Escalation. October 13th, 1998. The killer's methods turned sinister. Robert Hanna, 61, was found hog-tied, gagged, and strangled. But here's the chilling part. His killer turned on the gas lines before leaving. Hanna's body was only discovered when his house caught fire. 8 days later, Louise Randall, 80, was targeted. Mobility impaired with a visible wheelchair ramp, she was an easy victim. Found hog-tied, gagged, strangled, with a sock shoved down her throat. Gas turned on throughout her home. November 17th, 1998. Betty Everett, 67, became the 5th victim. Hog-tied, strangled, gas turned on. The same signature. Chapter 3. The Cover-Up. Here's what should make your blood boil. Despite 5 elderly victims murdered in the same area within 2 years, law enforcement claimed only 2 cases were connected. They dismissed the obvious patterns. But here's the most infuriating part. There was a prime suspect, a man who fled Columbus the day after being questioned. He cared for his elderly mother and lived in the victim's neighborhood. His set of keys was found at one victim's house with no explanation. So why did they let him walk away? Chapter 4. Justice Delayed. For 20 years, families lived without answers. Then, in 2017, DNA evidence linked David Murray to Mac Fowler's murder. 1 arrest, 1 connection. 4 families still waiting for justice. How does 5 elderly murders in the same neighborhood not get labeled serial killings? How does law enforcement ignore hog-tied victims with gas turned on and call them unrelated? Why wasn't the original suspect with his keys found at a crime scene properly investigated? Did Columbus, Mississippi let a serial killer walk free for over 20 years? The Midnight Burn Challenge. If this story disturbed you, share this video, repost it. Let people know what happened in Columbus. Leave a comment telling me what you think. Was it 1 killer or multiple? Did the right person get arrested? These victims deserve justice. They deserve for us to ask the hard questions law enforcement won't ask. The Midnight Burn doesn't back down from uncomfortable truths. Please like and repost the video. Those 2 things help tremendously. I appreciate you watching. Until next time, catch the dice. They rolling.